So I don't care. I really don't care. This is not where I want to be. Off knows that. I spoke to him. I said I would stay because I have friends here, and I'm gonna take it. Well, I'm gonna take it so far, just because of my friends. This is not the clan I want to be a part of. But that is way beyond what I'm ready to take.
Well, if you're gonna start threatening him to leave the clan, you know, you're gonna get kicked before you ever leave, you know.
All the same.
If you want this resolved, which by your tongue I hear that you do, you know, wait a bit. Just by him removing your admin doesn't mean that he completely distrusts you. He maybe wants to talk to you later, but he may have found. Well, that's up to him.
Yeah, that's his
That's
discretion.
the problem. That's only up to him. It should not be. This is not how a community.
This was Hoff as well.
Yeah, this was Hoff and Caesar together. It's not like he's not Caesar's boss too. You know, just but the whole security thing is Caesar's little department. That's what he does. So naturally, he's going to be, you know, the one to send a message of some sort or do whatever needs to be done, whatever they decided collectively.
I'm pretty sure if Hoff has anything to do with it, he would have talked about to me first. I'm 99.9% chance.
You're wrong. Sorry.
You know, Hoff? I'll tell how this went down. I supplied him the logs. He looked through them and, you know, told Caesar. He said to Caesar, you decide, you know, he would tell him what's up, and he'd make the ultimate decision than Caesar. But those two together decided the whole thing.
Without talking to me first.
They didn't have to talk to you first. They may have found...
What?
What's surprising about that?
This is incredible. So, based on hearsay, and I know the log don't show anything misplaced or misbehaving, so
No, I'm not saying that you were kicking people without proof or anything like that. I'm just saying your general tone of how you admin, how you just do things. They didn't like it.
They have to tell me what I should know because and random just tell me, and I know I did it because I saw him do it many times before. He just tell me he would have done the same thing, and I'm guessing a lot quicker too.
Doesn't matter how many people say, you know, oh, it's the right thing to do. If it isn't, it isn't.
Well, based on that story, that's what I'm writing Caesar right now about. I would do exactly the same thing. I would behave exactly the same way. And I will not behave otherwise, because this is what the guy did was wrong, and there's no two way about this. This is how an admin should react based on that situation. If Caesar disagreed, I quit.
You're like a fucking 2-year-old at your period. There's no talking yet. It's whatever.
Let's go through this. Right, we have had similar discussions like this before. Maybe 2 times before. 1 or 2 times. And I always hear the general, same attitude from you. I'm right. There's nothing you can do to change my mind.
Ask anyone. Someone stays in the alley for 2 minutes, especially in Dragon Valley, which the alley is the master and king of the hill. If the alley is not up, we are losing. Someone stays in the alley for 2 minutes. Another guy is ready to pilot it, jumping up and down trying to get the guy's attention.
I'm not
Then
talking
they
about
come.
that specific incident. I don't know anything
Well,
about
that's
that.
what triggers it. We have to talk
Obviously
about
not. You've always had some sort of problem with MIA, or some sort of problem you've had. All this going on.
this. Yes,
You always
of
had the
course.
same attitude towards it. Whenever something comes up you don't like, you always have a big grudge about it.
Well, who would not have a grudge about this?
Everybody has some problem with MIA, but it seems like, you know, you make a bit more fuzz out of it, you know.
Given this certain situation, just inside this particular situation, Max, I think it would be beneficial for you to just take deep breaths and just wait until you have Hoff and or Caesar in front of you to talk to before, you know what I mean? Because it could all be one big misunderstanding on both ends, and there's no point. And if you can actually prove what you're saying is true and have it make sense, and they go, oh, all right, well, that wasn't apparent, but that makes sense. You know what I mean? Isn't it better to just be a little calm and talk to him rather than go off on a tangent, send a message you might later regret, and just be done with it altogether? You know what I mean? It's not like we want to see you go, homie.
But that's exactly my point. They should have talked to me, saying this and that, and we found this in the log. What's that about? Why did you do that?
And I'm sure that they had full intent to do so, but in the meantime, they have to do something to prevent this said problem from happening in the meantime, if it is in fact happening. You see what I'm saying? It's a preventative measure at...
Let's put it this way.
It's not right, because if there was such a behavior, they would have removed my privilege right at the moment they read the thread. But of course, they waited to investigate. That's what I think they should do, and that's correct. And when they investigate, they have to ask questions to all the parties, which I am a part of. So
No.
what do you mean?
No. They had the concrete evidence right
Right
there
in
in
front
the
of them.
logs.
No,
They
they
judged
don't.
from that, and they made a decision. You weren't there. Sorry. Alright, let's put it this way. If I would just go around TeamSpeak right now, just start changing all the channels and kicking people, banning them, don't you think they'd, you know, remove my icon that does that or ban me? They wouldn't wait to talk to me first before I did it. They'd take it right away. I know this is a bit, you know, an extreme, you know, example here, but that's sort of what's going on. They found something they didn't like. They removed your admin, and they're gonna talk to you.
No, they found nothing on the log. I can tell you that
How?
right away.
Well,
Because
maybe
I
you don't know.
always behave the same way. I will always behave respectfully, and I always follow the rules. Period.
Maybe how you always, you know, treat people isn't right.
But I always follow the rules. How can that be treating people wrong?
Maybe you don't know the rules. I'm just saying.
What? I passed the test, you know, I know the rules. I can read them. Don't do this, do that, and etc. etc. I don't agree with all the rules, but I enforce them as much as I. The only rules I don't follow is the famous, how do you say, the famous ramming the enemy helicopter rules. That I will never follow, and I guess one day I will be kicked for that. But I disagree. That's the only way I can, you know,
Right.
tell me.
You can't just pick and choose what you like. That's what I'm getting from you.
Exactly. So usually I wait until the community decide, and the community decided that that rule did not have its place on MIA clan. We voted on that. It was overturned by High Lord UT. So I disagree. This is not the way a community works. We vote, we decide as a group, and then everybody's happy. But okay, that's one rule. I will not, I will never kick for someone for ramming